All right, winners and losers from last week. So um, this is a loser. This is an account that we actually lost. They only stuck with us 1 month, and I don't blame them. We did not get a single sale reported by Facebook, which is probably a first for us, first in recent years. And I think why did that happen? Right, a couple issues. I think one. Um, it's a brand new company. They've been around like 2 months. They don't really have a sense. They don't really have a strong sense of like um, the right messaging. They don't have a lot of customer data to go off of. So that's kind of on their end. But I think on our end, I think the miss was this product. It supposedly grows back hair, and I think the biggest hurdle to overcome here is like, does this work? And I think um, on our initial pass of creative testing and the first ads we put together, they weren't really addressing that. And I think that's probably why that didn't work, because people are like, okay, this is interesting, but like, is this BS, right? Because that was my first thought. I was like, it's probably BS. Apparently it's not. But anyway, so I think that was probably the big miss. So we cut the ads after we had a certain amount of confidence that it was not going to work, and we went back to creative testing. And the new creative testing we were doing was a bunch of customer reviews and like before and after pictures and all that kind of stuff. And I think that tactic probably would have been a lot better. But yeah, anyway, I think that's like, we only had 1 month. It's not a lot of time to figure things out. Probably the ads were only running for like 3 weeks and only spent let's see, of our stuff, they only spend 160, 300. Yeah, I mean, because this wasn't even us. So literally, we only spent like $600. It's a pretty low spending account. Anyway, so that's probably a lot of the problem. But so yeah, I mean, it's always easier with an established player. It's harder with someone that's brand new. But I think our initial miss was not focusing on the right concepts. We probably didn't test enough concepts. A little bit constrained by budget, but should have tested more concepts and definitely tested a lot of things around that. Like, this isn't BS; it actually works. So anyway, that's my synopsis of the loser here. This is the winner. This has been going like a few weeks, but I think. Well, yeah. Normally I do the week previous. I think these just launched this week, so whatever. But it's a brand new account. As you can see, Facebook says that it's doing really well. It says we're at a 4.15 so far. And these two campaigns, 4X and a 10X, this was just our creative testing. Like, our creative testing even got a sale, which it's not even designed to do that, but it did. So what went right with this one? I mean, first of all, yeah, we were able to test a ton of stuff. We were able to test like 115 different things inside of this Golden Bear, which we call our creative testing and our like angle testing campaigns. So we're able to test that. So we're able to test all kinds of stuff. So that gave us a lot better directional information on which way to go. But I mean, honestly, I think we could have done a really poor job of testing, and it probably still would have worked, just because this company has been around a lot longer. They are probably like one of only 3 big players in what they do. And organically, they've grown just to large numbers, hundreds of thousands a month, just organically. So, it's a rock star product. It's something that does really well on Facebook already. It's very like visually appealing. They've done well organically. Anytime they do well organically on Instagram and Facebook, they're going to do well with ads, because it's the same algorithm that runs the ads that runs the organic stuff. So, I mean, I had a super good feeling about it before, and yeah, sure enough, launching this, it's worked really well. So is it our genius? I mean, probably not. I think even like a mediocre ad buyer could probably get a result for them. But I do think that our structure is going to milk it for everything it's worth. So, a worse structure maybe would get half this result. So I think our structure and our approach is still helping to maximize this for sure. And the other thing I will say is, honestly, these results happening so quickly is a little bit suspect. Anytime you have a brand, a store that's doing just a ton of volume like this, or a good amount of volume, it's very easy for Facebook to conflate their sales with sales that are just already happening. Because I think what happens is Facebook operates on a 7-day click, 1-day view attribution window, which means If someone buys within 7 days of clicking, then it counts as a sale for Facebook. But if someone buys within 1 day of viewing the ad without clicking, it still counts as a Facebook sale. And I think this is my theory about what happens is that sometimes people purchase, and then that same day they get retargeted by Facebook, and then Facebook says, hey, this person purchased and they also saw an ad. Boom, this is our sale. But what they're not realizing is, the view didn't happen before the purchase, it happened after the purchase. That's just my theory on what happens sometimes. Because if we look at a tool like Triple Whale and we strip out view through attribution for companies like this, it will show quite a bit less a lot of times. So this might be real, this might be underreporting, but I'm actually talking to the client. I'm saying, hey, let's use something like Triple Whale or Ad Beacon, another good tool, a little bit cheaper, to determine the actual attribution a little bit more closely. But yeah, anyway, all signs point to good things here, though. So this is the winner.